All right, guys. I meant to film this whole process, got caught up in it, and completely forgot. So, I got. This is all Jeep stuff, by the way. Motobilt. I've been hearing a lot about. I was looking into bumpers and all that, of course. Started hearing a lot about them. And all U.S. made company, U.S. made steel. I believe they're in Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee. Of course, I was looking at Genrite. I was looking at Poison Spider, all these guys. Genrite thinks their stuff's made of gold for some reason. They're almost twice as much as this bumper is, this front bumper, for essentially the same thing, except it looks like a Smitty-built front bumper with their hoop on it. So I don't know what happened there, where they came up with that price. But anyway, whatever. Motobilt to the rescue. Believe it was $350 shipped for the front and $499 shipped for the rear. Sold the Dirtworks bumper. That's gone. So let's check this out real fast. I'm in the process of painting it right now, obviously. My only hang up with it was how the clevis tabs are up above the top of the bumper. Didn't like it at first. This hoop wasn't on it. I'll talk about that here in a sec. Didn't like it at first. But then the more I started thinking about it, I was like, man, it's really not that bad. I'm going to have a big winch there anyway, so it's not like they're going to stand out. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not a huge fan of the logo laser cut in there, but I understand why they do it. Free advertisement when it's on your Jeep. What I'm doing is forgot to do this before I painted like an idiot, and it's driving me crazy. But I'm going to drill the holes and put my plate on there and just bring it down and bend it in the brake. So it's gonna, you know what, it might hang off the bottom. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I might leave it straight. I haven't decided yet. Probably not. But so anyway, the objective with my Jeep is to use all U.S. made parts. The only thing on there right now that's not U.S. made is the Old Man Emu springs. Those are the 036s. But my BFG tires, my advanced adapter slip yoke eliminator, the drive shaft are both Jeep, and they were modified by a place in town. Everything I bought. Best top. I just bought a hard top for the Jeep. Best top. Worn winch. For what I have into this right here, I could have had 2 Badlands Apexes between the rope and all that. Now I have a Badlands rope, and that's another Chinese rope because these are high wear, not going to last long items. So I'm not going to spend $400 on a Dyneema rope. You know what I mean? That one said it's Dyneema off eBay. We'll see. I'm probably not running the hook. I'm probably just going to run the soft shackle straight to the hoop on the line. But anyway, back to the bumpers. So I'm assuming they TIG these. They look awesome. I was trying to get this bar TIGged on. This is from Trail Gear. They sell the bumper. It's like $70. Came with these brackets. Now they were triangular off this end as well. They stuck down, so I had to cut those off. And of course I didn't think about it until after they were already on. So I'm sitting here trying to cut them on the bumper and even them up, make them perfect, not cut the bumper and this and that. But got those welded on. For some reason, this side looks better than that side, so I'm going to show you this side. Can't really see it too well because it's gloss black right now because the paint's still wet. Also, this is, it's a TJ bumper as well, so they take into account the sway bar on the TJ. So it's up about 3 inches further than the universal winch plate that I also got from them. This goes from the factory front bumper straight, or it was a square plate right here. I cut this all off I'll show you here in a sec. It was squared up, went from the factory front bumper face to the grill, almost touching the grill, like 1/8 of an inch off the grill. So I tried, and it has the winch very close to the grill, obviously. The winch on here, the placement, is probably 3 or 4 inches off the grill. It looks silly to me. I didn't like it. So I'm just going to use this on top of this. And like I said, this was a big rectangle piece. So I had to cut all this up. Had to cut these right here to fit behind the bar, which Motobilt said the bar wouldn't work. I called him and talked to him. He said there was no way the bar was going to fit between the bolt holes and the face of the bumper. But you see where it is right there? And I had plenty of room with a washer on the bolt hole, so it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, here, I'll show you. This fits on there dead on. So the washer is going to be right to the edge of there, and it's going to be perfect. So yeah, the fair lead is going to be close to this hole. I think it's right behind this hole right here. But that's okay. I'm going to have the fair lead on there. That way the fair lead's not hanging off the front. But yeah, so we got the bar welded on there. So trail gear bar. It's made of 1 3/4 DOM, like everything else that's US made is. It's not like the Chinese stuff that's tubing. Oh, another reason I didn't want to use the winch mount on here, and I'm sure this is fine because they know what they're doing over there at Trail Gear. I've watched their videos, I've seen their builds. Their stuff is freaking beefy and crazy. But this right here, why they wouldn't just have this closed off? I guess that's for the bracket, for the sway bar. But they should come out with a different YJ bumper. Because the bumper, if you're pulling off this clevis tab, it has this bolt right there holding it on. And it has the one on the bottom holding it on. And ideally, the third bolt would be good. I know Warren does it. Most of the companies use both upper bolts. Keep in mind, I looked at 40 bumpers before I decided on this one. But it was free shipping. It got here in less than a week, 6 days, I think. Same with the rear, which I'm about to go show y'all. So here's the rear. You can get it with or without the hitch. I needed the hitch because I'm building the trailer. There's the metal for the trailer right there. $300 later, $289 for that metal right there to build the trailer. That's going to be its own video. But this thing is a freaking monster. Fantastic shape. Hitch sticks out a little far. Ideally, I'd like it to come here, but I'm not going to bother cutting it down and welding it. I'm sure they put it there for a reason. This is the inside. That's the way the hitch is. So I have no doubt in my mind it'll be okay to tow with. They put brackets. Where are we at? It's kind of like the way Poison Spider mounts theirs. But Poison Spider doesn't have this plate right there in the middle supporting it. Theirs is just a gigantic plate back here that you bolt on. See, there it is right there. There's a better view of it right there. So, this bad boy's heavy as crap, all 3/16. In this bag, it came with hardware, which was cool because I gave the dude that bought my Dirtworks bumper all my hardware and had no idea what size bolts I needed. But it came with it all. And the plates to mount it to the bottom hole on the frame, which is key because I tow with this thing and I need as much bolt action as I can get. Fat clevis tabs, which I've never used the clevis tabs on the Dirtworks bumper, and I probably won't ever use them. I'll use the front ones for sure for like a double line pull on the winch or something like that, but the rear, I don't see me ever using them. I might, who knows. There's also the logo cut in there. But yeah, Motobilt is the way to go for me. Plus they look badass on the Jeep. So there we have it. This tube, by the way, is exactly to the height of this winch. And this is a Warren CTI, if you want to compare it to a Xeon or whatever. But there it is. Not too shabby. And hopefully it'll soften up those old man emu springs a little bit. So there we go. We'll do a part 2 to this when they're bolted on.